What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Voice Visions Presents. This is a very, very special episode because it's the first one in 2024. We are kicking off with a really, really dope artist. His name is Drew, and he's part of Shadow League. What's up, Drew? How's it going, man?
What's good, bro? How's everything?
Yeah, man, everything's been good. I see that you've been very busy with Shadow League. I've seen you guys grow, man. You guys are now working on with a project with Jack Maker, produced by Jack Maker, right? It's called Dante's Garden.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how's that experience been like compared to working with Marlon for some of his beats? Like, what's it like working with Jack Maker, like production wise?
Well, the whole process is just different with Marlon and Jack Maker, which I think is cool because you get to see the different you get to see how different producers or how different artists work. So the one here with Jack Maker, it wasn't even a thought out process, right? Like it wasn't we weren't aiming to do an album, but we just realized that we had recorded so much and we just kept recording and recording and recording. Um, and Jack decided, look, we have enough that we have like a good project out of this, right? And a lot of the songs have like the same kind of themes and like the same feel. So he just decided to stop record. Like we decided to stop recording because he would literally show up to our house to the Shadow Realm every single day to make new music. And at one point, he's just like, "Guys, we can't keep making new music. We we gotta get these songs that we got already and just make something out of it." So
And so you had told me before in our technically our first interview,
yeah.
you're Nicaraguense and all that. And as people get to know you, we want to know if we want to go to any fritanga spot, any place that has Nica food, like what is your favorite, maybe your favorite fritanga place or spot in Miami that you go to get your Nica food?
Man, all right. So I gotta give my shout out to the my local one, right? It would be right by it's called Montelimar, Fritanga Montelimar.
Okay.
It's on 157th and Sunset. Bomb is fire. That's the one I go to all the time.
A lot of the production is in house. A lot of the visuals are in house. How do you guys go about releasing the content? Because I'm sure there's songs that you want to release right away, but then maybe
Mhm.
as a group you guys talk about it and kind of schedule it out. Like, how do you guys figure out the schedule for each release?
So that's actually what we've been figuring out for the past because we worked for like a good solid year on just creating, right? So like building the products and just creating all the music. And that's actually the last few months we've been kind of figuring out how to go about releasing things, and so we started playing more shows just to get ourselves out there more. We started connecting more, networking with the community,
Mhm.
and yeah, we've been making plans on this batch of songs is gonna go here. We're gonna release these singles at this time. um and it's actually Shadow League. We're 9 members deep right now,
Nine
right?
members. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, at the time that you came in, since that time we've added, a couple more people have joined. So right now
Amazing.
it's yeah. So right now we're at, if I could list them, it's myself, Jack Maker, Screw, Big J, Marlon, Esteban, Corner Boy P, and Adi Lu and Peter Noir, who handle the visuals.
Like, how did you guys all come together?
So the way it came together is actually Marlon. It all started with Marlon. He hit me up with a batch of beats, right? That unfortunately at the time I just had too much going on, and I liked the beats. I just didn't get back to him, right? I just didn't get back to him on time.
Mhm.
Um, and it's crazy because he'll tell you, like, if you don't mess with his beats or like you don't send him back anything within a certain time frame, like he just won't work with you. So I actually got lucky that he did. A couple months after that, he sent me back another batch. He's like, "Hey, look, I know we didn't get to work last time, but I have these beats in mind for you. Would you like to work on them?" And there was one, well, all of them caught my mind. I told him, "Look, just come over and we'll see what we could do." He came over. We recorded two super dope tracks. But then on one of them, he's like, "Oh, I could actually hear somebody else on it." So that's when he invited Screw. And we met him at my house, both of us, for the first time. Like we had not known each other. He found him on Twitter, right? He found him on Twitter because one of his songs. And so we took that chance, especially me, getting the shadow room is in my house and just letting in a stranger into my house, like a complete stranger. Nobody knew him. But it worked out perfect. The chemistry was there right away. And after he recorded his verse, he's like, look, I can hear somebody else on it. That's when Big J came into the picture. And everybody else just kind of joined in after that because everybody else is just, for example, Corner Boy P is Screw's friend. Esteban is Big J's friend. Jack Maker and Marlon go way back, a few years back. So it just kind of like after that first initial session, like 2 sessions that we had, everybody just kind of came in and it just worked out really well.
So, what advice would you give to any young creator, musician who just maybe doesn't have the motivation or whatever, but they need to hear that word, that piece of advice? What advice would you give that young creator?
Um, well, just I'll give them a few, just a couple of things that have gotten me through. One, I know it sounds cliche, but it's never give up, right? If you have a dream, it sounds super cliche, but if you have a dream, just chase it, man. Just keep going. You'll see the progress. The progress, I promise you, it's when you see it steady, right? When you look back wherever you're at in your current journey, you'll see that you're a lot further than what you started with, right? So that's one thing I always encourage people to like look where they're at and where they come from, and to continue, just continue chasing that dream. Number two, I would say surround yourself with like-minded people, right? Like myself, I surrounded myself with Shadow League, a team that like everybody has that same goal to keep moving forward. And like, on days that I'm not feeling 100%, there's been a lot of days where I don't want to do it, right? I don't want to record, but the guys are here, they come over, I'm forced to, right? And it's on those days that I'm just like, man, had I not done this, had I not given up, I wouldn't have come up with that awesome song. I wouldn't have come up with that great verse.